I've got to set up. The first room is, I believe, corridor 6. Well, it's corridor, not a room, but you know what I mean. And the second one is corridor 7. Got all the basics set up. I haven't bothered building the lighting yet because as soon as I put stuff in, I'm going to have to rebuild the lighting again. But I'm going to start with this. And again, just Shift and Alt. Just drag it through here and here. And possibly through here. There we go. No, and one more. There, and this is where we're going to be starting. So I'm going to put a couple of sofas in here just to kind of get the ambience right. Now the sofas have always been against the left hand side and they've been either next to each other or just a single one. Watching for the back of this sofa. Again, by the way, if you're a 3D artist, you can probably see that this isn't the most complicated thing in the world to build. There we go. Might be a second. Ahem, keep it down, dudes. Totally pro, as you can tell. Okay, now I am going to probably leave it for 2 spaces and bring another one to about here, just where this corner is. Now, you see here we have a bit of an issue in that it's kind of clipping that corner. I don't really want that, but I will have it going around this corner here. So, there we go. And maybe just stick it in between these two here like that. I've still got my clipping on, which helps me a great deal, by the way. There we are, and that's in the right place. Maybe another 10 this way, just to there. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That's made me happy. Right, now picture frames. If I go through here, you can see I have got picture frames. So I'm going to shift and drag. Now, the way these are set up is that I only need one. Okay, so I basically take my one picture frame and then I duplicate it. Now, I'm not going to have picture frames with pictures in on top of the, let's rotate this for the hell of it. I'm not going to have, actually I think it's the other way, I'm not sure, I can never remember, I'll just leave it the way it is. I'm not going to have picture frames above the sofas because that's not going to work so well for me. I don't think, I mean, if you look, you know, when you put your head back on a sofa, you don't want to bang off a painting, yeah? Okay, I'm going to bring that up to there. Rotate it. Okay, just come back, just make sure that it's against the wall. Remember, that's the important part. Is it against the wall? Bloody hope so. Don't want it to intersect, so that's a little bit too much there. Let's set it down to 5. Okay, still not enough. Interesting, let's change it to maybe a 1. Yeah, that looks better. And I'll change this back to 5 now because it's on the right level. So I'm just going to drag this and put it in the middle. And just step back as if you're in the real world. Now you can build actually inside VR. And you know, that's no bad thing. But I'm just going to find the material for this. I'll just put a different one on. This one, just a landscape. Not that one, hang on. A lot of these are portrait. So I'm just trying to find a, there, that'll do. Just so I've got this the right way up, because obviously I'm going to want some variation. Okay, now what was I saying? Yeah, there is a VR tool you can use to like build and place your stuff inside the game engine using VR, but it's still relatively new and it's a teeny bit not non-intuitive as such, but it's a little bit kind of clumpy. So I'm going to stick with what I'm used to and play stuff the old-fashioned manual way. And if you know 3D Palace tutorials and love them as you should because they're bloody amazing, then you will know obviously that this is the way that we do 3D. You know, there's no point in rushing it. You want to get it right. Now I'm going to check the colour of that wall. It should be cream, and it is. It's just not being calculated yet. So I'm going to drag that around like so, and just move it to there, nice and close. Whilst I listen to my 2 sons complain, one of them's about to start his first real job, I think, next week, and so he's quite excited. And explaining to my other son, who's only 13, about the fat bank he is going to be getting, and presumably the ladies who are going to be keen to see him. So well done, Law. Very pleased. Responsibility galore there. Now you'll notice there's one out here. We're missing like one piece, one unit. Okay, that should have clipped in correctly. So my guess is that one of our walls may have a gap in it. Now I'll hunt that down, but for the minute I'm just going to make do. So I'll just turn my grid off. Just move that forward to there. And put my grid back on. Okay, now I'm going to go down here. And again, same as before, I'm just going to loop my paintings around. 180 degrees, and then just drag it so it intersects with this wall. Okay, as you can see, it's still a little bit off. Now, the reason the pivot point is off is because I have scaled this, incidentally, so just in case you're wondering. Okay, now remember, I'm not going to put one above the sofa, or couch, or settee, depending on which part of the universe you live in. But I am going to put some here. And then, just for a little bit of contrast, I'm going to move this one down here and turn it around. I'm going to change the scaling on this one back to 2. Like that. Because some paintings are scaled at 1, some are 2, some are 3, some are even scaled at 4. Okay, and I'm going to just put 2 paintings there, you see, next to each other, because I think it looks nice. And then I'm going to take this one all the way over here, and let's see, I'll just apply, let's try this material here, just flip it over. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in now and I'm going to change my paintings. Okay, so these are all the different paintings I've got at the moment. I am going to add some more, but for the moment this is kind of it. So I think I'm going to start here on this painting. Now this painting I think was broken. Yeah, it was. So let's try this one. That's nice. That's nice. Again, you know, that's a good thing. Traditional art, you can take the time. If you've got like a relative who's an artist or whatever and you're in need of nice paintings, you can always get some. This rather nice kind of abstract design here actually is a painting by my daughter that I really like. She's a professional tattooist. This one, it's a nice picture too. Just different styles. That's a different person again. That one. You know, you just want simple images coming in here. Just, I like that koi. This one's a little landscape, so I'll just turn it over. Now then, we've already got this picture, and trust me, people notice repeating patterns. So, and some of these paintings are slightly more, trying to think of the right word for it. Some of them are kind of in a more primitive kind of style. They're just basically they're pictures that were taken from a watercolor class that have been kind of practice canvases, and we've had them sitting around, you know, for a while. So what are you doing? Try doing it to here instead. Oh right, that was already that one. Silly old me. Okay, let's cross that over. I was wondering why it wouldn't change. It was because it was that one. Now I do have a stack here of another 20 or 30 of these images that I'm going to scan. And what I've got is I've got kind of a simple setup for my frame so that I can just drop stuff in. There we go. But having all these paintings is great because they're restful, they're relaxing. And as you can see, it's just added something to this really easily without having to do anything. And what I can do here as well is, let me see, if I go to where I've got the couches from, so I'm just going to go, let's say, to my mesh folder here, okay, And I like the idea that maybe, you know, people might want coffee or something. So, well, I don't like the idea that people want coffee. I like the idea that people can get coffee whenever they want. But you get the kind of picture here. So I'm going to just turn this around. And now this is actually a computer desk shelf, you see, but I can do that. And suddenly it's like much more useful. Because non-uniform scaling is a bad thing inside something like 3ds Max. But honestly, Unreal Engine gives no shits. It's like, yeah, this is what you're going to do, let's do it. Now I'm going to get my coffee machine. And I can put my coffee machine just up a little bit here. And I'm just going to change that so that I can adjust it pretty much as I choose. A little bit of space underneath so it looks like it's got feet. It's always a good thing. Okay, and move it to around about there maybe. Now this painting here, it's a good painting. Let's make it 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. And I'll just drag it through here. Just turn off the thing. And this way we've got an appropriate sized painting for over the coffee area. See, my worry would be that steam would come out of this and it would damage the painting. So, we shall see. Now, inside here, I don't need any curtains or anything, and I certainly don't want a computer. Could do with a cup or a mug. Let's have a look at this mug. It's not really a mug, is it? It'll do. Sod it. We'll put the mug over here. Maybe this is a mug that contains like cream or sugar or something, so I'll make a couple of copies of it in fact. Okay, remember, we're using the old Bob Ross version of doing this. This is our world. We can do things any way we please. Now, having done that, hey little dude, having done that, I'm going to go over to here and grab some meshes. And I want to see if I have a mug here, so pretty sure I do. Somewhere. Cup. No cup. Mug. No mug. Interesting. Where is it? Okay, well I want that mug, so I'm going to go down here and into here. So I happen to know for a fact there'll be a mug somewhere. So look over here. No. No, let's try over here. I do hope I haven't deleted my mug acid. I shall be mostly unhappy. Look down here. They're around here somewhere. Hey. Oh, there's a cup. Not really. Let's see. Go there. Okay, that's the materials. So, what I've done is I've deleted a lot of the stuff that I'm not planning on using again. Oh, there it is. There's the mesh. Stupid me. So, if I go in here, I can now put a couple of cups in. There we go. Just check this. Make sure it's not hovering too much, which it immediately is. There we go. Rotate it. Turn that on. And that will probably do. Let's see if I've got a book. And meshes. Let's see, I can probably drop a book on there or something like that. Plenty of those. I think that's a folder. Oh no, there's a book. But Okay, and you see that's all we do. It's taken about 15 minutes, I think, and we have a nice dressed area here. If I just quickly do a test, boop. Okay, the lighting's not correct, it's still definitely previewed, but as you can see, it's a much more relaxed looking area now. There we go, see? Alright then, so hopefully you found that useful, and I shall see you in the next part when I do another ring.